Sorry, fresh. You're welcome, sir. You don't the fat to
Thank
show. You don't the wait till they play. See on my neck. If you serve water for you, you go stay. Oh.
My neck too now. I love see now. If you put water, you go stay for my neck too now. How you dey?
I did fine, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I was saying that Edidion was asking for the efficacy and the effect of this 30 days rant. And according to him, he's still with us. According to him, it is not. It does not. Me, I tend to share. I tend to share in that view as well. We don't really think that the 30 days rant is actually the appropriate manner that we should take right now, because sorry, fresh. I know you are a very tactical person. With the way we are docile right now, with the way we are going, Tinubu will win again. I'm just being very frank. With the way we are going, instead of us facing, we are facing mirage. We are putting some people are putting hope on revolution. That revolution will happen at the end of 30 days round. You must be joking now. Some people are thinking that people will come outside that protest. Come outside that protest. By the time bullet pass your ear, no, in fact, bullet too much. By the time tear gas pass your ear, when you hear the speed rate, poof, as he pass, you know if you breathe again, you go be like say that is stiff, that is sniff life out of you. You go
They
run
don't
over
know
to
say
your house.
now from experience you dey talk. They don't
You
know.
understand? My brother, they tear gas me. They chain my hands, joy heal us. Shame me for that, say you are going nowhere. My eye chichichi, my eye chon. So not try. The only thing is, let's do it civil and following the political institutions that they are making use of. That way, nobody will tear gas you. That way, you won't lose your life. That way, nobody will throw you to buy you. That way, nobody will send DSS after you. Just follow the democratic institutions. Right now, the things that we're supposed to be looking at, the Electoral Act, we've not looked at it. By, I think this year, or November, or August, or thereabout, the INEC chairman will be changed. The commissioners and the different officials will be changed. What are we saying concerning those things? Nothing. Our own be say, no, will come as I call protest. And you, see, inside your heart, you know these things will not work. No matter how you protest, Tinubu won't live there. Get that point. But if you act in a smart manner, he can leave. He can leave.
And you see, the thing is that we like intellectual masturbation. We love it. You know, it's just like normal masturbation. It gives you a dopamine rush. It makes you feel good about yourself, you know, at the moment. That's what we are doing with all these 30 days rant challenge. I have not joined it and I will never join it. It's a useless thing. We are playing Tinubu's game when we do that. Yes, the majority of the people may think that's a wonderful thing to do. You know, it's exciting. It's intellectual masturbation. You are just doing something that is making you feel good. Even though at the end of the day, you know you can't get a lady pregnant with it. You know get how you masturbate rich way woman go get belle. But you go shout they masturbate because at that moment, it go make you feel all right. That's what all these 30 days challenge is for. And you see, what we need to do, we never begin to do more. Like you said, we have to look at it, use the rules to outsmart these people. That was what Tinubu did. Tinubu looked at the rules when PDP was in power. And then he looked at the rules and used the rules to outsmart PDP.
Exactly.
That's what we should do. Instead of all these protests. I talked on yesterday for that CJ. Okay, no, not yesterday. You cannot teach your father how to marry a wife. All these people, them Tinubu, now them start protests. And you know the worst thing? The people who make protests to succeed, the IMF and the World Bank, they are behind Tinubu. It is only the IMF and World Bank that know how to support protest and the
Okay,
the
I think
smart thing to do. The smart thing. Okay, you can't hear me.
we are hearing you now. We are hearing you. Go on, go on.
Okay, so the smart thing to do is to use the rules against them. And how can we use the rules against them? All this screaming, where would they scream? Oh, electoral.
Okay, I think somebody is calling him, or maybe his network is, and I really want him to finish what he was saying.
He just hung.
Yeah.
His network from my own angle, the thing just hung. I don't know if it is the same from you.
He's showing me waiting to.
Please, guys.
Okay. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, simple, join.
There's a possibility that, okay, you are back, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so you just continue,
It
sir.
was the network or something.
Yes, just continue, sir.
Okay, so where was I? Where did I stop? Where did you lose me?
Okay, you were talking about that Tinubu used the rules. He studied the rules and he used it against PDP.
Good, fantastic. You know, PDP used to be the masters of rigging. And then there was a speech that the vice president then, Yemi Osinbajo, gave at one of Tinubu's annual colloquium that he used to give.
I listened to that speech as well.
Yes, where he said Tinubu sat down and decided that they should go to UK to get an election forensic expert to come and look at the signatures on the ballot papers. And they took their time, they studied it. At the end of the day, what did they get? They found out that the signatures were the same. Sure, you understand? Which means that the ballots were forged. And that was how they were able to get the mandate back for Edo,
Yeah.
that brought Oshomole to become governor of Edo State. So we need to use the rule. We keep saying democracy is dead, democracy is dead. I did a video 2-3 days ago, and I said, Peter Obi is coming to say that the democracy has collapsed. Those things are intellectual masturbation. Democracy has collapsed, democracy has collapsed. They will still conduct election in 2027. No? Honestly. With all the democracy has collapsed that they are shouting, election, they will still conduct election in 2027. And whether we say, oh, the election is rigged, and you say, oh, I will not vote, I will not participate, they will announce result too. Even if now only 6 million people vote, they will announce result too. And whoever they announce with that 6 million votes, that person will rule Nigeria. And then we come and say, oh, Nigeria is gone, Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is gone. Somebody is collecting the crude oil money. Every day they are extracting crude oil from the ground and somebody is collecting it. Every month they collect tax money from staff. Somebody is collecting it. And we lie to ourselves that Nigeria is gone. We have to first of all remove these two lies from our mind. Nigeria is not gone. Nigeria dead. If you get K-leg, but somebody see the rock out. Democracy is not gone. We are not in military rule. We are not in what is it called? We're not in military rule. We're not in monarchy. The only recognized mode of government today is still democracy. However hijacked, it has been hijacked. So it is for we the people to look at the rules and say, okay, this democracy way don't be like this, where some people don't hijack, where they sit down, think, walk.
Sorry, sir. Agbaso, sorry, sir. Agbaso, please. I don't know if you can go live, and please send me your request so that you join this panel, please. I beg. Agbaso the second, please. Let me tell you hi first so that you know that you are the one I'm talking to. The guy is very, very, I've been watching his video for a very long time. Please just go live, send me request, and then you come, please. I need you, please. Okay, continue, sir, please.
Yeah, so all of this talk about democracy has collapsed, Nigeria is gone, there was a country. It is a narrative they want us to have. That is how they want us to think. A defeatist mindset. Like there's nothing we can do. But the truth is there's something we can do. And that is why the very first thing, everything revolves around the rule of law. You said something now that Nigerians just sit down and we expect that the next person will do what is right when we ourselves are not doing what is right. And that is very profound, and that's the truth. If everybody respects the rule of law in Nigeria, Nigeria will be a better country. But you have a situation whereby some people bend the rule to their advantage. And so long as they bend it, we can't have a country that works for all of us. So how can we have a country that works for all of us? It's when we pursue the rule of law. And that is why that idea, I keep saying it, we need to activate it. That collection of, is it advocates, or what did we call it that time? Collection of advocates where we begin to educate Nigerians about their rights, and then we help them defend that right. You know, in an active sense, not a reactive sense, where the thing don't happen to 1 million people. Then we'll just pick one person. You just say, oh, I help this one person. Then we'll go publicize them to help us look good, to build our brand. Then they will not start calling us, oh, activists. No, that approach is a palliative approach. It will never work. Because no one man can fix this country. It has to be a network of persons to fix this country. It has to be a network of persons. So we need to get out of that mindset and get into the mindset of everybody, all hands on deck. That education. So we need to educate the people, and we need to be able to now be willing to fight for them and say, look, oh, if police arrest you without warrant, call us. If police do this and do this and do this to you, call us. If your landlord do this and do this to you, call us. You know, if INEC do this and do this to you, call us. We have to get to that point. Then when we finish that one now, how do leaders get elected? You now, you know how your pocket be. You know, so your pocket not deep, rich Tinubu pocket. You know, so your money not long, rich, even Peter Obi money.
I even get pockets. I can't say it deep. I get pockets for letting you put the Ade Jones.
so as your pockets there now, even if you say you don't get, I don't say you get, right? If it's shallow, but you still get pocket, you feel run for House of Rep for your constituency. You feel run
right now.
Yes.
Under which platform? They know me.
Good question. So the political parties now, they don't do them in such a way where we say, now only if you hold, now you go get tickets. Only if your pocket deep, all the political parties, because they must put cost for your nomination form. They must put cost for your expression of interest form. And so long as they do that kind of thing, what will happen? People will get idea. People will feel say they get credibility. They don't go join. If by some miracle now, God just bless you with some kind 200 million. Now politics, you won't go take that 200 million too. You go think how you go first take 50 million, take buy one house first. You know, take another 50 million, put for one fixed deposit. Then look for another business, take 50 million, take they do first. Then you can see how you go take 50 another 50 million to help your family. You don't go think politics because you go look and say, now waste. Okay. What's challenge you did today now?
Okay. Agbaso, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, I greet everybody.
You don't tell Natasha I won't reach out to you. If I say you're a busy signal.
Yeah. Let's say for our brother, they say we not get life for our brother. Only work with the work, so you don't see him.
You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
I greet everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so refresh, you can continue, sir.
Okay, so now we need that platform where be say go give everybody level playing field. Agbaso now dey for abroad. If he vote for abroad, enough it according to the system now. He get political party right now where be say he dey for their constitution say they must support diaspora voting. Dey. Everybody just dey talk. They put out for their constitution, and if you not dey constitution, you not get power. So he needs maybe say we do new political party, and as it be so we did that journey now, and that's why they talk about abundance party. Then we get abundance food program because we need to also feed people. People they hungry. If people hungry, when Tinubu come say vote for me, I will give you 10,000. They go vote. We feel blame them all, but then again, if hungry don't beat you small, you say if you not go blame them. So you understand? So these are the ways to go. Not all these 30 days rant challenge. You know what thing that happens after people rant? They get tired. Try them. Just say you don't the rant now. Rant. After you rant, you go tired. So what we need is action, not be rant. Make I let you now continue.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, I appreciate you. Yes, Agbaso, I beg. Would they try? I believe say you they try follow us since. Would they try talk about is it rant that was supposed to be doing now? Because who actually brought the topic was Eddie Young. I don't know if he's live, but I don't think he's on his camera. Eddie Young was like he does not really feel like he's ranting that was supposed to be doing, and I share the same faith with him because Agbaso, to be honest with you, there are so many things we're supposed to be looking at, and Refresh had actually touched light on a lot of them. There are things. When average Nigerians think, they will be thinking that we can do something like a rebellious act to remove the government. Protest is a rebellious act, revolution is a rebellious act, all these rants and all of these things. When you don't want to make use of the democratical the democratic institutions to remove the government, it becomes difficult for you. It becomes a thing that people will have to lose their lives. It becomes a thing that blood will have to speak for it. But if we have a better way to go, instead of going towards that direction of blood coming in, we can use the democratic process. The democratic process, like, if we meet up now, we sign our signatory, we move to the National Assembly, they go listen to us. If you have a collective of Northern youth, Southern youth, Eastern youth, and Western youth, that's what I'm just thinking. I don't know what you think about it. All right, sir. Over to you, Sir Basu.
Anyway, for somebody like me, I changed my mindset in one aspect of Nigeria, which is calling for revolution or something that might lead to people being pied by the government. Of course, we know this government, the way they go, those people don't get shame. Because in a working country like UK, for example, when I did, if the amount of Nigerians ranting now and UK is ranting on social media, the government would have done something about it. Because the government, they are very concerned about their image to the outside world. But apparently, it seems like this Nigerian government, where they don't even send their image. They are not even bothered of how they are being perceived by the international community. I was on a Didius live, we were discussing this thing, and I said something because one Nigerian guy that was in Diaspora, he came and he said, nothing go fit happen, Nigeria is gone, this one. No, see, I agree, Nigeria is gone, but it should not come from me that is in abroad. Because apparently, in virtue of me being abroad, I am okay. If a Nigerian in Nigeria should make the comment that, oh, the country no go better, oh, the country don't go, nothing go fit happen, yes, I will understand, because they are on ground. If a Nigerian in Nigeria is saying that, hey, they must go and do this, pick arms or revolution, yes, I will know that they are on ground to call for it. But not me. Not me when they are abroad. I think it will not be fair for somebody like me abroad to be calling for that. And what me advocate for Nigerians in diaspora to do, and what we can do, is to, one, push for the fact that, okay, yes, we should be able to vote from abroad. One. Secondly, we should be able to educate Nigerians that, see, now when they go church, they do night vigil for NEPA to bring light. Now when they go church, they go do night vigil for this one to happen. Show Nigerians that here in abroad, you put little or no effort to get water coming to your house. It is a basic necessity. Electricity is a basic necessity. You do not need to pray for it to come outside. It comes because the government know that it is what is needed. It's not like as if things are not hard abroad, but those basic things that are needed to survive, the government is making sure that it's available. Ah, things are going up. They just brought, because from April to April, now be new calendar year. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. April to April here for abroad, now be new calendar year, like for business or contract or the rest of it. It's April to April. Now they just send some of the bills come. Say from April, it go up. Do you know, as we are speaking, the government already make, everybody don't know, say since last year, say by April this year, wages go up. So you see that there is almost little or no chance for the citizens to protest, even if there are some small things that they are now happy with, like immigration and the rest of it. But those basic things that would make life a little bit uncomfortable for them, the government is able to checkmate it. As it happen, the government, I'm not saying the minimum wage is big. It's not big. But it is able to put you in that stage where it's not that bad. Nigeria now, minimum wage on paper is on paper anyway. I don't know if people are paying the 72,000 or 62,000. It's on paper. So in Nigeria now, how would you even now react with the cost of things even going up with their minimum wage? Now when we talk of minimum wage now for government workers, so not before private. We know that one. So we want to argue it. We argue it from, because that's why I try to explain to Nigerians. I say, see, private, public, they are all on that minimum wage. You cannot go less than that here. So when we want to make some comparison, it will be unfair to make some of this comparison with Nigerians, because how many people they work for government sector for Nigeria? How many? Even the few ones that want to get into the government sector, they go and borrow money to pay. One of our workers for Nigeria come and say, director, I beg, send me, I want to enter civil service, so they speak a bit 330,000, make the fee list me. That is what Nigerians are going through. But coming to what Simple Star asked, I will tell you the truth. I would never encourage from abroad to encourage Nigerians to go and do revolution. I would not do it, because it will lead to what we would not like. As I said, this government does not care about their image to the international community. They don't care. So the only thing I can advise Nigerians in Nigeria is that, see, you have to get your voters card. You have to be ready to vote for the right candidate, regardless of wherever the fuck they are from. You have to be ready to do this, because it will determine the future of your children. Yes, a lot of people are agitating that they want to go this one, that one. Recently I'm even beginning to ask, if you say you want to even go self, do you think that you will still get things easier? Because at the end of the day, wouldn't I say for this abroad, they let me they question the history of Africa. I'm not longer questioning Nigeria again. It's Africa I'm questioning. Check some of the African countries that are developed. They are the ones that are close to Europe. All those Arab countries are for Africa. If I did like, make anybody correct me here. Where would they far from those people? It can't be like say we they for Stone Age. From what I have seen here, I didn't say go hard to my brother. He go hard, but I will not be the one to say that it's going to be difficult because I'm abroad. So I will only advocate for Nigerians. Get your voters card. Leave tribe by the side. Vote for the right person that you think is good, regardless of tribe, because of the future of your children. Revolution, blood must go with revolution, whether you like it or not. Sorry, boss, you want to say something? Refresh.
No. Continue.
Whether you like it or not, revolution, blood must go. And for me, I think that's one of the ways you can use to remove this government, because this current government, what they see, using Rivers State as an example, I don't think they care about their image to the international community.
Good. That one go have the one talk about.
Yeah.
You're right about when you say they don't care about their image in the international community. Why they go care? Because the people where go talk for international community, where them go shake. Now them be the people where they control IMF, they control World Bank. When it be saying that those people they back them, why they go fear? So long as the administration of Tinubu they do things where IMF and World Bank they like, IMF and World Bank will support them. In fact, if Tinubu knows how to read, IMF and World Bank and those CIA people will teach them how to read. You understand? So that's why they don't care. Our only solution and the only way out is for us to master the rules and use it against them. You said something like that we should vote the right candidates. Let me say there are 94 million Nigerian voters, 94 million with PVC. We don't collect PVC. All this talk about, they not let some Igbos collect their PVC. They not let some people collect their PVC. All the PVCs that have not been collected is less than 4 million. 94 million Nigerians have PVC. How many people vote for Tinubu? 8 million. How many people come out for 2023 election? 27 million. Right? So you see, there is a 50 million block of voters that just look at the whole process and say, "What concern me?" and not go vote. Because they know they really see alternatives. And the way the system is being structured now, particularly from the political party, they don't do away be say, now for who get money, now for who get deep pocket. So by the time they first put, say, okay, you want to be governor, you need to pay like 30 million first for expression of interest and nomination form. Then when you finish from expression of interest, they'll come tell you, say, may you bring another money for delegates because you must pay delegates now. After you finish with delegates, they go tell you, say, you need to pay house rent for the party office. You need to buy car for the party chairman. By the time they calculate all this money, give you can't look and say, okay, you go still need to run campaign. You need another 100 million or 200 million. When you put all this money together, it only go like 500 million. Which reasonable person for Nigeria today go work hard for in 500 million and then he go use that 500 million country run election? When he not be say the person want go there, go thief 2 billion. Which person? Whoever uses 500 million to run an election will be hoping to use it to get 5 billion naira. And that 5 billion will not come from the salary of that person. So the way the political parties are structured, it is a bakery for corrupt leaders. That's why you will get that senator now when you tell Obio Ezekwesili, say that's why you cannot be here. That's why you cannot be here. Because there is a way those people that are there behave. The structure, the political parties have been structured in such a way that who not get money, hide your face, not bother to show. Do you understand? And at the end of the day, it is the same people who have looted the system dry that are able to afford the exorbitant amount of money you need to buy expression of interest forms. Now them go still come up again, say they want run. People like Atiku now, still they talk say they want run. If you look at now, the whole of the people we go still run for 2027, now the same people will run for 2023. So there are no real options. The solution therefore is what? You and I, make we come together, form political party. Political party where you go, they guarantee, say, okay, oh, this is our new political party. Oh. You don't need money for nomination form. That's number one. Nomination form, 0. Free. Number 2, the mode of primaries for this our political party, now direct primaries. No need to say you won't give delegates. Then, because once you just put delegates for the system, corruption don't enter. People go begin they buy, find money to buy delegates. They use delegates, they buy, they push, kiss the mug and look come out. For small political party, then you say for big political party, for people who get money, no go buy delegates, they go buy. So these are our new political party who put them, say, okay, the mode of primaries now direct primaries. Number 3, the mode of primaries now electronic voting is easy to do. You don't even need to spend money for that one. Then number 4, you go put and say, it no matter where the members of this our political party then get right to vote. If somebody is in UK, somebody is in America and is a member of the Abundance Party, and we want to conduct primaries, they have to say they can vote. It's electronic. Because for you to be a member in the first place, you have an email address, you have a phone number, and you have your name. Those are unique identifiers that can be tied to you. And so when you vote electronically, all those data are there. And they can be historical. If you bring data 20 years back, if it is electronic. So say you want to do wuru you know go day. If we have these four conditions first for this new political party, graduate when you just come out for school will come. Best way not anybody go know say they get equal opportunity to participate in the electoral process. That is the only way we'll have credible people coming out. You want to say something?
But you know, the way the Nigerian politics is, or now, it is so money-centered. Like, see, for me, I think people are not even seeing what you are saying is a good idea, but I want to come from somewhere. Why I'm thinking, I don't want to start saying this, no, it's not going to work. It will work, but it is going to hit a very, very strong stumbling block. And what's that? The Nigerian political money system. Are you telling me that a River State, for example, because I think River State will be the final nail on the coffin for what's even happening in Nigeria. That's what I think. I don't know if people are not seeing it that way. For me, I think River State should be the final nail on the coffin to whatever Nigerian democracy the so-called it is called. Because see, they are telling me that they went to court in two cases. One, they said the governor is refusing to pass bill. Then on the other, the governor went to court, say some people they deflect, so they are supposed to forfeit their position because they went to another party. The Supreme Court or whatever the court is, skip that matter. They were able to give judgment to the one that is against.
Is it my network? I can hear.
We can hear you.
Wow.
We can hear you.
Two people are showing waiting to reconnect.
Okay, now your network. But we can hear you.
Edidion network now is very bad. Can you see Edidion? Edidion is there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Is it my network?
We they hear you clear. Your network.
The network is actually shaking, Sha.
Your network even better pass Edidion network.
Okay. So refresh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I don't know.
So refresh. Can you hear me?
I can hear now, but partially I hear. But my network is down. I hear now.
I hear you. No, go ahead now.
Okay, yeah. So as I said, the River State, for example, now the court was very quick to give a verdict against the governor while ignoring one of the first issues we had, which is the fact that some people deflected, even on national TV.
Agba, let me explain that one to you.
Yeah.
You see, when I say these people are using the rules, I know what I'm saying. When this whole issue started, when the River State House of Assembly was bombed, right? The House of Assembly lawmakers have not defected. They have not defected. The House of Assembly now took that one to court. The River State lawmakers, they took that one to court, that the governor is terrorizing them. You understand? Then later, those people now defected. The state governor now took it to court that, they defected. That it is because they defected, that is why he is presenting his budget to the 4 lawmakers. So, in the course of that process, Tinubu now intervened and said they should go and sort themselves out and withdraw the case from court.
Can anyone hear me?
Now foolishly
withdraw.
Let me even type a comment.
Fubara now withdrew his case. Here, Agba Kini.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Fubara now went and withdrew his case, challenging the defection. He withdrew it. Fubara withdrew it. But these 27 lawmakers now withdraw their own. And the matter now got to Supreme Court. Supreme Court now said, what are you saying before me? Are you not the one that withdrew the case by yourself? If you withdrew the case, what are you now telling me? You are the one that went to go and bomb the National Assembly. You are trying to stop them from doing their work. You did not contest that one when the lawmakers brought that case to court. You did not contest it.
Okay,
that you
so
did not bomb the National Assembly. The Rivers Assembly. The Rivers
can you guys
governor
hear me
did
at
not
all?
contest
Not
it.
just
He
can
did
hear
not
you.
contest
We dey
it.
hear you. We dey hear you.
No, we dey hear you. We dey hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
So loud.
So you see that Fubara did not contest the fact that the lawmaker said he was the one that bombed the Rivers House of Assembly. And to make matters worse, his own lawsuit at the Rivers State Federal High Court challenging the defection of the 27 lawmakers, he went to go and withdraw it by himself. So when the matter got to the Supreme Court, that was why they gave that ruling that they brought a lawsuit against you that you destroyed the state Rivers House of Assembly. You did not challenge it. You took a lawsuit challenging that they defected. You did not. You now went to go and withdraw it. You are now coming to tell us what? As far as we are concerned, there's no evidence before us that the people defected because you withdrew the case. And then you have no right to go and be destroying the Rivers House of Assembly when you are the executive arm and they are the legislature. So please, this is the correct legislature, the 27 member. Go and deal with them. Add the other 4. But make sure that you submit the budget back to them. That was what happened in Rivers State. So everything that happened in Rivers State, if you remove emotions, it followed the procedures. It is Fubara that goofed. He's the one that made mistakes. Do you understand? The same thing happened again. Now, do you know what I would have done if we had a party that was strong in Rivers State? What those lawmakers did is anti-party activity. Because they're the ones that defected. They wrote a letter to the speaker. The speaker read the letter. They passed a motion, right, that they have defected. They took APC flag, started waving it, started singing on your mandate. Tinubu was welcomed them into APC. The Rivers APC welcomed them. We all saw this. They now even went to court to swear an affidavit that they have decamped. Then later they went to go and swear another affidavit to withdraw that affidavit. Now, let's even remove the court process from that. A political party should have invoked their disciplinary committee and called those 27 lawmakers to face their disciplinary committee and say, this is what you did. The punishment is expulsion. You expel them. Once they are expelled, you go to court. They have been expelled. Court will declare their seat vacant. That's another mistake Fubara made. You cannot interpret the law by yourself. Fubara interpreted the law by himself. If I were Fubara, I will go to court and it is the court that will declare the seats of those lawmakers vacant. Since the speaker, who is supposed to declare it, is also part of the people that have decamped. So you go to court, then court will declare the seats vacant. When you get that court order, you will now take that court order to INEC to do a by-election. That is the normal thing that Fubara or PDP is supposed to do, but they didn't do it. Now let's come to the issue of the, what is it called? Emergency rule, the suspension of Fubara. The president hid behind Section 308. Section 308 gave him that power to declare a state of emergency. But there was a lacuna with respect to, can he suspend the governor? Now, separation of power kicks in. For whatever he did to take effect, the National Assembly must ratify it. So I would have expected a PDP to call all the 35 PDP senators together. For the Labour Party to call all the 5 senators together. That's 40 already. And say, look, what this person is doing, he will do it to us. He will do it to another state. They're already talking about state of emergency in Osun. What this person is doing, he will do it to us. Let all 40 of you, 35 from PDP, 5 from Labour Party, all of you should stand and oppose that ratification. What did we see? The Labour Party senators, as far as I'm concerned, it's not Tinubu that declared state of emergency in Rivers? It was the National Assembly. The National Assembly that is made up of majority opposition lawmakers. If you put all the opposition lawmakers together in the House of Rep, there are more than APC lawmakers. So you should have a situation whereby they stopped that emergency rule, but they didn't. So why didn't a PDP recall the senators on their platform for anti-party activities? You see where everything comes back to the political party.
Sorry, I have no verse. Sorry, somebody is requesting. You might know her, Osas. She cannot join. Osas, if you are listening to me, if you want to join, just go live. I will be able to see you and add you to the conversation. I cannot. This is not a host to guest live. It's a guest. It's a host to host live, not host to guest live. So, Osas, please, if you can hear me, please just go live on your end. I will just see you from here. If you even go live from your end, you can click on host plus on your side. You will see me. So you can just request. Any of us will bring you up. If you can hear me, please. Just go live like as if you are going live, normal. Then I will see you from here to be able to add you. We don't want it, according to the host, I think we don't want it to be too rowdy. So we want to be a bit intellectual. Thank you very much. He says you understand. Sorry, go on and refresh, no verse.
Yes. So the political parties should have been able to knock their lawmakers in line. If a PDP, for instance, was an abundance party and they had a constitution to say, these are our core ideologies, by now you should have sent a bill. Have you noticed we are crying for electoral reform? Nobody is acting on it. Nobody is even talking about it.
Nobody is even talking about it.
Nobody is talking about it. But do you know that
it is until the elections are actually taking place, and then they now use it to hammer us both at the polls and at the judiciary. People will start playing victim card. Oh, we said it. Our judiciary, there's nothing with it. Blah 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 blah. But you just wasted 2024, 2025, 2026 in doing rubbish. At the end of the day, you are expecting the court to think the way social media is thinking. It is out of.
And we forget that the court will only deal with issues before it. In 2023. In 2023.
Go on, sorry.
In 2023, when Peter Obi had his election petition struck out by the Supreme Court, we're all saying, oh, the Supreme Court have done this, they have done that. But do you know that it was Peter Obi's campaign, it was Labour Party that destroyed Peter Obi's chance in the first place?
I followed it up now.
The Supreme Court said something. It said they fined Peter Obi's lawyer 2 million naira. They fined Peter Obi's lawyers 2 million naira. Why? Because they did not present Form EC8A polling unit results. Peter Obi's lawyers did not submit Form EC8A polling unit results. Why? From what Aisha Yesufu has told us, they didn't have it. Because out of the 176,000 polling units that we have in Nigeria, Peter Obi or Labour Party only submitted a list of 130,000. Out of that 130,000 list that Abure submitted to INEC, 90% of them were fake. They were fictitious, they were not real. Some of them, if you call them, it says male, it's a woman that will be answering. I'm not the one that said it, it was Aisha Yesufu. So when they were asking for money on election day, 90% of them, Aisha Yesufu said, I will not give you money. They said, give us money. He involved Peter Obi, and Peter Obi said, okay, fine, we will give you money, but bring the Form EC8A polling unit result. Guess what? They told Peter Obi, we don't have it. So what Labour Party now decided to do was start calling on obedience nationwide. If you have a photograph, if you have pictures that you took of the result in your polling unit, send it to us. And of course, you and I know that that photocopy, that picture, is not tenable in court. It's only the original from EC8A that you can tender in court. That is why the Supreme Court now fined Peter Obi's lawyers for not submitting In fact, the Supreme Court called it the basic unit of election in Nigeria. The polling unit result we didn't have. But we now make a mistake of blaming others when we are the ones that goofed. And I don't want us to go in that route going forward. I would have expected that by now, there would have been a network of Nigerians, both home and abroad, who are not moved by money. You said something, and I'm coming there, about, oh, why this will not work because of money politics. Yes, there is money politics. But you see, if I, as I am here now, if I run for councillor in my Gwarimpa ward, if I run as a councillor in Gwarimpa ward, I don't think there's that APC or PDP person that can defeat me, whether the election is free of and fair or not. Because you see, there is a network of persons that I know that will come out to say, no, no, now this man we want to, now this man we want. Because all politics is local. If you now, like the way Simple is, if Simple has to contest with an APC candidate or a PDP candidate in his ward, because you see, all these politicians, their candidates are not known, they are not popular. They are not known. It will shock you to know that in Amak, where you have about 600 and almost 700,000 voters, less than 100,000 voted the current chairman in place. Which means that even you, Simple Star, you have a good chance to becoming the Amak chairman if you had a political party that will give you tickets. Because a lot of them, they are not even known. So if we have a network, we have a political party that creates a level playing field and gives opportunity to everyday Nigerians, and they all operate locally, and there's a network of those people, you won't need money. I will not need money to campaign in my area. I won't need money to campaign in my area. Others can be spending their money. I can tell you for free, there are people who collect their money, particularly in the city areas, and will still not vote for them. We have to think out of the box. They are making it look like we're already defeated. So we have this defeatist mindset. We can match them ideology for ideology if we apply the right approach. And the right approach is definitely not 30 days rants challenge. Please go ahead.
See, this current, for me, this current government, I will still keep on saying it. I don't think these people, they are playing based on ideology, and they are not willing to play based on ideology. The way this government is doing, and I like the way you analyze it, and if true, you put emotions aside, PDP, fuck up. Because I was even asking, on a day when your own member of your party, Wike, they take a sitting governor, take play. Because I asked, I was wondering, where is the party where the sitting governor of your party is being messed up by a member because he is working for the current government? Yeah, so if you really put emotion aside, trust me, you go understand, say, Fubara did some mistake. I made a video and I talk about some of the mistake Fubara did. So he needs to take his L. Yeah, of course, PDP has been hijacked. That can be agreed. But it doesn't take away the fact that that is the loophole of the system that I believe you are talking about, that people need to take advantage of. Take advantage of the system to get what you want. But the way it did now, so Tinubu, they cover every single advantage. Tinubu is not ready to play fair. That's my opinion. The kind of politics Tinubu is playing now, I don't think he is ready to play fair. He might not be coming out dirty, but the way he's positioning himself, that full National House of Assembly, PDP and Labour Party together would have been able to put up a fight for Rivers State. He kept quiet. So therefore, I'm not going to blame Tinubu. I will blame the people in the House of Assembly, because there are oppositions there that should have spoken. Let's assume that Labour Party cannot talk. What happened to people in PDP? Now, let Saraki DC waiting for PDP, or is it APC? I don't even know, but I think Saraki DC is PDP.
It's PDP.
Exactly. So are you telling me that just two people with sense in PDP? Or is it that the full House of Assembly is playing no script? Because I really don't understand it now. Because if they have talked it down in the National House of Assembly, then maybe it might have not gone ahead. I said Tinubu want to turn to dictator. Sorry, thank you. That's right.
All right. Sorry, let me just respond to something you said.
Yeah.
That Tinubu is not trying to play fair. He's not ready to play fair.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but let me add on top of that. Tinubu cannot play fair if he wants to continue beyond 2027. He cannot. He barely managed. He had the whole of the northern Nigeria behind him. He had the sitting incumbent governor behind him, and he barely managed to get 8 million votes. With all the support, he lost Lagos. And now
that Lagos na
he has
script. I feel Lagos na Nollywood. They play a script for that Lagos because.
But hold on.
Jagaban go lost your house. I mean, for me today, I don't know if anybody hold that opinion. I think that Lagos was a script to quench the obedient things. After all, your man win. After all, Peter Obi win Lagos now. That's what everybody was saying.
No, that's not what happened. This is what happened with Lagos. There were places in Lagos that you had very strong opposition. I had people who were pastors, who were Yoruba, who were so anti-Tinubu, and there were other tribes. They stood their ground. They resisted the thugs of Tinubu. They resisted. So it is only traditional places like Ikorodu, Isaleko, that you now have. Yes, that you now have people voting, and there was no contest with Tinubu against Tinubu. But you see the likes of all those Oshodi down to where this synagogue church is, all those areas to Koko, to Maitu, to Alaba, all those places, APC was resisted. That was where the victory came from. It's not a script. They were shocked, and that was why you saw that in the governorship election, they now started applying terrorism, violence, to strike fear in the hearts of people. Traditional rulers now started declaring Oro, so that people will not come out, because one of their biggest tools is voter apathy. Voter apathy. It is to their advantage that majority of Nigerians don't come out. So I was saying that Tinubu cannot play fair, because even when he had all the things going for him, on top of that, the propaganda that he's a genius economist and he will fix the economy of Nigeria. You know, there was that propaganda going for him then. And that, Shetima knows how to handle security. That propaganda was going for him. And then the North was behind him. The Mumu ticket, Muslim ticket, was going for him. And then the Yoruba ethnic tribalism was going for him. Yoruba local tribalism was going for him. But right now, all of those factors are gone. Yorubas have seen that it's not Yoruba local, a Bilokan. The so-called propaganda that is an economist, he has come, and what we have seen is that Nigerians are now suffering more than before. The North that combined to give him Mumu ticket, the North is now divided against him. So there is no way Tinubu can go into 2027 election free and fair, and he will continue. He knows it. So I can beat my chest. Even if by some miracle, the National Assembly gives us electoral reform, and they put a law there that, INEC must transmit elections electronically and collect results electronically, even if it is there in the law, Tinubu will still rig it. So what are we supposed to do with this information? Are we supposed to give up and say, they don't write elections, we should not do anything? No. We should plan for election the way Tinubu planned for election against PDP. You don't just come and believe that because there's hunger in the land, then the hunger will automatically push people to vote Peter Obi. or automatically vote people to vote Atiku, push people. No, it won't. Because they have weaponized the hunger. The law of living things, the law of competition will kick in. And the theory of palliatives, they are using it to weaponize poverty. If there are 1 million people and I dangle food before 1,000, those 1,000 will be singing my praise. That's what they are doing. So if we're going to go into the election of 2027, we must go prepared to say, okay, we are going against INEC, we are going against thugs, we are going against security agencies, we are going against APC, we are going against we are going against the judiciary, and we are going against international community. Once we have this understanding, then we'll now start thinking, how do we defeat all of them put together? And I believe we can defeat all of them put together. We just have to think smart. Okay, how does INEC rig elections? They operate in darkness. You don't have any evidence. They will start with their thugs. And the thugs, check it out, the way the thugs operate. Out of 176,000 polling units in Nigeria, you can't have thugs in up to 20,000 polling units. You can't. How many are the thugs? How many thugs can they pay? So the thugs will come in. They will shoot into the air. Pow, 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 pow. People will run from strategic polling units in opposition strongholds. Then they will disrupt ballot boxes. They will set those things on fire. When they finish, they will leave. It's after they have left. Because you can't, I don't expect you to hear gunshots and wait now. When you are not Superman. So when you hear gunshots, you will run. The people will do whatever they want to do, and the thugs will leave. Then you will not come back and now be videoing burnt ballot boxes and say, oh, see violence here. Oh, see violence here. But all those things that you have taken now, it's not admissible in court. Why? We are not seeing the faces. We are not hearing the voices of the thugs that carried out that transaction. So cameras will solve that for us. Small cameras that are Wi-Fi enabled and solar powered, transmitting real time. It will stop that. People will run when they hear gunshots. Cameras will not. Do you understand? Then number two, we must have a network of polling unit agents that cannot be bought. And we can have them. If we open up the political terrain, we can have those kind of polling unit agents that are also councillors, that are also running for office. You can have them. Those ones will not collect money like they bought over PDP polling unit agents in Edo election. You know, it will not happen because you have a network of credible people who will not sell themselves like they did against Peter Obi in Labour Party. So if you have that network of vigilant, dogged polling unit agents that will not sell out, you will have your polling unit from EC8A, your polling unit result. And once you have it, the original, what are we saying? Even the Supreme Court, that was what saved Ademola Adeleke of Osun, polling unit from EC8A result. So however Tinubu tried to rig that election for Oyetola, his nephew, he couldn't because Adeleke had from EC8A. So we must do that. That's the first step. The second step is this. Did you know that Labour Party, Peter Obi, did not have a national elections monitoring team, a situation room? They did not have a software for managing election results. They didn't have. So if you had an election management software, even something as simple as Excel sheet, and you say, okay, immediately they announce the result at the polling unit, while agents of political parties are still signing the forms EC8A. Immediately announce it, take a picture of it, send the results to the National Collation Center of your party's situation room. The software will do the addition. Before the election officers move from the polling unit to the Ward Collation Center, you have sent all your results to your agent at the collation center. And when they come there, because that's where the rigging, the manipulation of figures starts. Manipulation of figures does not happen at the polling unit. Manipulation of figures starts at the Ward Collation Center. You put cameras there. That is where you will see police compromising. You will see thugs again, compromising. You will see agents of other political parties compromising, right? You will see INEC staff compromising. So you put cameras there, and then you have armed your agent with the original figure. And why is this important? If you cast your mind back to when they were doing the 2023 results, when Dino Melaye raised his objection, what happened? He said, oh no, the election, the figures are fictitious, Mahmoud Yakub said, okay, no problem. You say the figures are fictitious, they have been inflated. Where is your own figure? Dino Melaye could not present his own figure because he did not have it. These people are playing the rules against us. We should be smart enough to play the rules against them. We should be smart enough to play the rules against them. If they had an election management software, that in fact, when we say real time, the political parties' election collation should be faster than that of INEC. So that you will have figures to counter INEC. Once you do that, you will stop the manipulation at the World Collation Center. You will stop it at the local government collation center. You will stop it at the state collation center. And it's not at the final presidential collation center that you will now be complaining. At which point, it's already too late. Because you don't even have your own figures to counter their own figure. So if we do this, and we have our forms EC8A, when we go to court, the Supreme Court justices cannot use their prerogative to now say, oh, this is 25%, is and, or is not, or it's not. It don't matter. We are talking real figures now. Real figures. They don't have the powers to counter it. There's something called hard evidence.
And all was really a problem. I just remember it let me laugh. And all was really a debate. English was a debate in this country.
I'm telling you, we were not debating and all. Oh, it's supposed to be all. Then some people will now come and say, no, it is and. In 2027, it was and. No. In 2022, it was all. And then the Supreme Court justices will interpret it, and let's be sincere. The Supreme Court justices have the prerogative to decide however they want to decide it. If you don't like it, go to God. But there are things that the Supreme Court justices cannot use their prerogative on. Hard evidence. And that we did not have. We can defeat Tinubu, defeat APC, defeat security agency, defeat INEC, defeat judiciary, defeat international bodies together. If we are serious. And that's why I'm saying that I am disappointed in the political party, the Peter Obis, the Atikus, the Showores. We are playing Tinubu's game, action and reaction. Tinubu will give us action, bam. We will not start reacting. That's what he wants us to do because it's a distraction.
Refresh Nigeria. See, for me, Tinubu would allow things to sail if he wants to, but I don't think Tinubu would agree. We might be able to do all these things, right? But this Tinubu that I'm seeing, only you talk out with your mouth. This man, I know is see. If this man wants to play dirty, we play dirty. And there's nothing any judiciary will do about it. Nothing. Tinubu doesn't care.
Look,
I don't think he cares.
Sorry, there's one thing you must understand.
Yeah.
Tinubu and his rigging machine depends on working in darkness. And it depends majorly on voter apathy. Apathy. And that is why the first thing that Tinubu does, do you think it's a mistake that Tinubu went to UK, held a meeting with his people, told them their power is not served a la carte. You have to grab it, snatch it, and run with it. You think it was a mistake that that video was released? It was part of a strategy to strike fear in the hearts of Nigerians. So they will say, Tinubu is a deadly politician, no, don't bother to come out and vote. And they even said it. The likes of MC Oluomo, they said it. Yachukudi, if you're not coming to come and vote for Tinubu, stay in your house. So the biggest weapon of Tinubu is voter apathy. If voters come out in their numbers, there is nothing Tinubu can do to rig. That's one. Two, Tinubu, his power thrives in operating in darkness. No evidence.
Refresh
For
Nigeria.
entire.
Refresh Nigeria. A question to you: Is Abiola a joke to you?
Abiola?
Yeah, is he a joke? Abiola
What
had
do you mean
Nigerians.
Abiola? MKO Abiola?
Yeah, he had Nigerians behind him. But the election, whatsoever the case was, they still not allowed to fly. Tinubu can play same game, and not anybody could do. Tinubu
No,
for
calm down now. Calm
yeah.
down. See, the international community also, if you have read the books of John Perkins, The Confessions of an Economic Hitman, and you follow the works, the literary work of this professor at the International Institute of Social Studies in Hague, Professor Howard, right? You will see that the international community and the operation of the CIA, it dwells in secrecy. If you want to paralyze the CIA, as powerful as they are, expose them. Once you shine light onto their activities and you expose them, they become weak. The international community, okay, have you heard them speak now about the coup that took place in Rivers State? I call it a coup. They won't, because they will be pretending as though what Tinubu did is constitutional, because there was a section 308 that is hiding behind. But when you come out now and you prove that it is unconstitutional, they would have no choice but to back off. That's how it works. So all of this support, if we are able to say, okay, in 2027, no, all the 176,000 polling units, we have hard evidence, polling unit results. In the 8,809 wards, we have hard evidence, polling unit results, video footages, right, of what went on there. And it is out there in the open, and we put it out there, and we write, we write the petition to the embassies, to the United Nations, to International Criminal Court, to the African Union. They will have no choice in the face of light, in the face of hard evidence. You understand? That was what happened in 2015.
But
2015, yes.
What question to you? These people we are writing to, they are the ones that is determining things for us. IMF is an example. You said that, for example. Secondly,
Yes.
see America, they are kind of in charge of everything, whether we like it or not. Now we want to write letter to the same people that are controlling. US aid now, since we hear the matter till today, we don't know what happened about the matter. US aid till today. Even countries that have suffered as a result of US aid being funded by the Americans, till today we don't know what happened. So we should still write letter back to those same people to come and rescue us.
No, because
they are the one in charge now.
Them to come and rescue us. But
they are the one in charge now.
No, they are not. Let me tell you what is happening. Let me tell you what's happening at the US aid. The US aid, the IMF, the World Bank. It's not everybody that is there that is bad. It's not everybody. Those people, they have rackets. They have people they put in strategic places. There are people who are cleaners in Aso Rock Villa. They are cleaners, but they are put there by IMF and World Bank and CIA to be monitoring what Tinubu is doing. There are people that you would think if you go to government agencies, I have worked in government agencies where you will see that somebody is an ordinary MA, management assistant, level 8. But behind the scene, he wields more power than even the deputy MD. Because why? He was put there by this same Kolo cabal to be feeding back information. So when you take this in, do you know that this same US that you're talking about, you had a US Congressman McDonald in the 1980s who exposed the CIA as being complicit in pushing coups in Africa. A US congressman. In this same 20th century or 21st century, we have had US congressmen expose the commander of the African Command, AFRICOM, of United States Army as being responsible for training Traore to carry out the coup in Burkina Faso. The same thing with Niger. The same thing with Mali. Because then those people were hoping that them Traore and co will push out France and welcome the Americans, and then the Americans will take control of the uranium and the gold. But to their shock, instead of turning to America, they turned to Russia and pushed out even the Americans. Do you understand? So within each of these organizations, we are not writing to them for them to come and help us. We are writing to them by way of petition. Look at what is going on in Nigeria today, and that is what we need to do. Sometimes we don't understand the power of black and white. When it comes to government bureaucracy, black and white is everything. Look at what happened between Mercy Chinwo and Easy T and Very Dark Man. Many people allow us to be polarized. Some are supporting Mercy Chinwo, some are supporting Very Dark Man. And we forget the critical issue, which is the behavior of the EFCC. By now, we should have petitions against the EFCC. You know, calling out the particular officers, because you can't just say EFCC is bad. There are some good people in EFCC. I know that for a fact. But there are a lot of bad people. And when those bad people act, it is our responsibility as citizens to hold those particular people. That pastor now that was in charge of the Ilorin zonal office that took a case out of his jurisdiction from Lagos to Ilorin and forced the EZT guy to that, he should come and answer for that, because I can think of 4 laws in Nigeria that zonal commander officer has broken. But we have not written any petitions. We have just allowed them to continue to have a free ride. We must hold particular individuals accountable. That is how we can strengthen the rule of law. And if we can strengthen the rule of law and write the petitions, not because we want those people to come and help us, but so that we can make our case in black and white, and then they will not be able to deny it. Then they will hands off.
See, for me, there are a lot of things I have learned being abroad, seeing the way these countries are able to sustain themselves without even.
Sorry, Agba. Let me answer this guy.
Yeah.
He says the EFCC is not independent and can't prosecute anyone, especially those in power. Who is going to hold them accountable? Look, the EFCC is not independent. But do you know there's what you call an order of mandamus? You go to court, you get an order of mandamus against clear breaches, clear violations of the Constitution, for the respective organizations to take actions against them. And if they fail, do you know there's what they call a special fiat? You can go to court and get it. It is not every judge or justice of the Nigerian judicial system that is bad. You still can get a judge that will say, no, you are not obeying the court order of mandamus. That is contempt of court proceedings. You can institute that. And then you can ask for a special fiat to prosecute yourself if the agencies fail to take action. All those things are in our laws. But we are not taking advantage of them. We are allowing them to make us, to force us to have a defeatist mentality. A judge that can also be bullied. It's not all judges that can be bullied. Let's be honest with ourselves. Except you have not had cases in court. It's not all judges that can be bullied. Yes, you may say the Nigerian judiciary is corrupt. There's a preponderance of corruption in there. Yes. But it is not all judges in the Nigerian judicial system. There are still a few good men in there. And I tell you, if you can... Was it not in this Nigeria that somebody went to court and got a judgment against VIO in Abuja that gave peace to motorists in Abuja for a while now, even though they are trying to overturn that? Yes, they have caucus. They have caucus, yes, but there are still people that will stand, and there is a way you present your case that it will be hard for any judge to do anyhow with it. Let's not just give up and just allow them to let us have the defeatist mindset. Who is going to get the judgment against the real power? You and me. Except you are afraid to take the judgment, ENI, any. Yes, against the executive arm. You can get the judgment against them. Let's not be defeatist in our mindset. We can do it. Let me go. I need to go. Agba, Kini,
Yeah,
I need
that.
to go.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Refresh. It was
I'll be back
refreshing.
in the evening. This is a joint co-host, so I can't bring you up as a guest. I'll be back in the evening to do the live proper, but right now I need to do some quick something. So sorry, Annie. Let's handle this
Thank
later
you
by
very
7
much.
p.m., 7:30. We'll handle this. Let me quickly follow you.
Thank you very much.
All
I
right,
followed
thank
you too. I followed you.
Okay, fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.